Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. And on tonight's episode, I am here with Dewey,
Hello.
and we are running around this enchanted forest here. Now, Dewey has a few things he wants to show us, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to him and let him lead us in the right direction.
The right direction or the wrong direction?
Well, I mean, he has warned me that this might result in my death, so we'll have to see how it turns out before we find out if it's the right direction or not. But it's going to be interesting either way. So now, what exactly are we going into here?
So there's going to be two things today. We're going to go spider hunting, and we are going to go guardian hunting. Guardians are from Thumbcraft. They are nasty. They will probably kill us both, so we're going to go for the spiders first.
Sweet. So now, how big are these guardians? Because I've never even heard of one of those before.
Um, they're big.
And they're pretty nasty, you said. But I mean, what kind of weapons do they have? Like the spiders, they got to get right up on top of you. Some of the skeletons, they can shoot you with bows. Do the guardians have anything special like that, or?
I believe the guardians have this like void bolt thing, black box thing that they shoot at you, and it's been a while, but yeah, it's not fun. We are most likely going to die.
And is there like a technique to kill them? Like the best way to just avoid them altogether, or what?
At this current stage, it would be better to just avoid them completely, and to kill them, it's basically be better armored and better armed.
And what do you get for killing them? Anything special? Like the spiders, they drop the string and pretty much that's it, right? Just the string.
String and spider eyes and all kinds of other goodies. Same thing goes for the guardians. They can drop other goodies as well.
Now, if you guys watched the last episode, you'll recognize this area that we're going through. This is the area with the tracks. So we're not really that far down. Decent. I mean, it's not too bad, but it definitely is pretty cool down here. There's tons and tons of goodies, tons of resources. So I'm going to let Dewey lead the way because he's the one with the armor and he's the one with the weapon. And I'm pretty much going to hide in the back with my little tiny pickaxe.
Alrighty. So off in the distance here, we can start to see that there's a whole bunch of cobwebs all in one big clump. And right in that clump, you can start to see the outline of a little box. That'll be a monster spawner. And in that particular spawner, that's going to be most likely spiders. I don't know what kind of spider yet. It could be jungle spiders, which will poison us and eventually kill us. It could be just regular cave spiders, which will... Wait, hold on. No, jungle spiders will poison and blind us and kill us. Cave spiders will poison and kill us, and regular spiders will just repeatedly hit us until we die.
And do they each drop something different, or they're just like an increase in damage, per...
Whoa, here they go. Yeah, you might want to back up a little. Okay, so we have cave spiders. These are the ones that you can tell that I'm all poisoned now. So I'm actually just going to sit back a little bit and eat some food.
Now, when you're poisoned, is there something you can take to cure your poison, like something you can make like a potion?
Yes, there are various potions, and I believe also a bucket of milk will help you out.
A bucket of milk?
I believe it's milk. Yes, I'll have to look that up later, but I believe so.
But a whole bucket, I mean, that's a lot of liquid to drink. I mean, that's...
It's Minecraft.
Yeah, but I mean, everything else is kind of realistic. They could do little glass jars or something.
So this guy actually tried to ambush me here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to fight them right through here. Whoa! And you probably don't want to stand over that way because, yeah.
I see the other guy, but it seems like he's stuck behind his cobwebs, or is he simply stuck behind that pillar?
He's stuck behind that pillar. But
So
if he decides that he doesn't want to be stuck anymore... Oh, okay. Haha.
Is there a lot of stuff in there?
Wow.
What was in there?
So there's another spawner, like literally right here. So I'm going to get you to stand a little farther back. Right about there. And I'm just going to take a good swing at these guys in here.
Well, you got plenty of string, that's for sure.
There's quite a few of them all piled in here, and they are beating me pretty good. Alrighty. It is sort of safe to come in-ish.
Now, when you get to one of these spawners, what can you do with them? Do you just simply destroy them, or what?
No, there is a mod which will give you something known as a dolly, and you can use the dolly to actually move the spawner, and you can then start to set up things like monster farms where you can farm experience, you can farm items. Some of them Why is this guy not?
He's going through the ceiling or something.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. So as you can tell, rather dangerous down here. I am losing health rather rapidly.
Oh yeah, you're down to 3.5 little things of hearts.
Yeah, and what I'm trying to do here before I die is I'm trying to move this torch and get it right there. And what that will do is that will actually give enough light for that particular spawner to disable it. I can't remember the exact... Oh, crap. The exact distance. Let's just flee the area for the moment here.
Oh, you're about to die.
Nope.
Oh, man. Just barely.
As long as I heal up here. So yeah, I believe it is 7 blocks distance from the spawner in darkness. I have to research again the distances and all that jazz. But what will happen is they will no longer be able to spawn immediately in this general vicinity. Oh, and hey. Okay, that guy came from somewhere different. I don't know where exactly, but...
Oh, wow, these guys do hurt.
Yeah. How's your food doing, by the way?
I'm eating my last fruit salad.
Alrighty. So yeah, that's Monster Spawners 101.
So you said you can take those back... Oh, here he comes.
Whoa!
Watch out, watch out. Die!
Yeah, we're getting out of here.
So you can take those back to your base, but why would you want to farm the experience? I mean, I know you can use them to enchant items, but don't you get enough of that just kind of running around doing your own thing?
No. As you move into things later on, you'll start to find things like anvils to repair your tools will cost experience. Renaming your tools, even just for shits and giggles. Pardon me, sorry, for craps and giggles. That costs experience. There's all kinds of things that cost experience. Creating enchanted books to store enchantments later. You can do player trading if you wanted even. And you just start to need more and more and more experience. So you'll notice that your experience bar goes up, and once it hits at about level 30 or so, the number of levels that you get for each monster you kill just gets less and less and less and less. So it takes that much longer to get the next level. And it's very similar to other MMOs, like let's say World of Warcraft, EverQuest, whatever. The more you get, the harder it is to get to the next level. And a lot of these things, they'll take, like I could say an enchanted book will take, I don't know, 8 or 9 levels of experience, and then I need like 40 of those to make this next thing, and it just gets really consumptive.
But is it 8 levels of any level, or do you, because you're having to earn more experience at higher levels, does it take fewer of those levels to enchant?
No, levels are just levels. So your little experience bar there on the bottom where it says like 3 or 4, whatever you're at currently, that's just a straight level. There's no level 4 is better than level 20 or level 20 is better than level 4. It's just a straight level. It's cash, in other words.
That kind of seems a little unfair. I mean, if they're going to put that extra, that you have to get so much more experience at higher levels, which makes sense, like you said, for most MMOs, but it's kind of unfair if you don't get to actually use more experience for it. If you're going to use 4 levels, and 4 levels at a high level is the same as the low level, it's almost worth it for you just to do 4 levels at a lower level and get it quicker, it sounds like.
Sort of.
But is that not the technique that you use, that you just kind of stay at a low level and turn all that stuff in, then run back and do it again, or?
Not usually, because when you're out and about, it's just a lot more effective to just stay out there until you absolutely do have to come home. So speaking of having to come home, we are going to run straight to our deaths. This should be really interesting. So I'm taking you off to see the Eldritch Guardians. And what you'll find when we come around the corner here, actually we'll come up here and we'll supervise what's going to happen here at nighttime.
So these guys only spawn at night, or are we just going over to see them for effect?
Both.
Do they light up?
No, that's the fun part. So if you kind of stand here, you'll see that capstone is floating there, and it's kind of bobbing up and down a little bit.
Yeah, I see that.
And you'll see it's kind of lit up a little bit. There's not really a whole lot going on yet. But what we'll start to find is as we get closer, you see the ground will actually start to change. You can see this kind of shadowy ugliness. It gets kind of creepy. And what you'll notice once you come in here is the biome will actually change to something called eerie. And, well, it is eerie in here. And right in the middle there, if you kind of position yourself a little bit, what you'll see is kind of this faint little glowing dot. And what that is, that's an aura node from Thaumcraft. There's all kinds of various aura nodes in the world when you have... Oh, okay, here we go. Alright, so this guy is extremely pissed off, and you'll notice that the more I hit him, the larger he is getting. And if I don't hit him for a little bit, he will actually start to get smaller and smaller until he becomes back to his normal size. But us hanging out here, what's going to start happening is if we don't start killing him fast enough, other stuff is going to start spawning, and then all kinds of craziness will start to occur.
So should we kill him or let him spawn all that
craziness?
Oh
yeah, keep killing him. And now we're leaving.
Why? Because that's all you needed to do is kill that one guy?
Just this one particular guy, because if we start killing more of these, it's actually... And my sword just broke, so yeah, we are most definitely leaving as soon as this guy dies. Okay, we are out of here.
And that was the Guardian right there?
No, that was a Furious Zombie, but as we start killing more and more and more, the monsters will start getting harder and harder and harder until finally they just simply say, you know what, I've had enough of this crap, and there's gonna just be... Yeah, we want to like leave completely this area. We don't want to be anywhere near. They'll just simply say, you know what, I've had enough, you're in my home, I am just gonna unleash just badness. Can get to be a lot of fun because you'll notice, oh, there's a creeper behind you, and it's one of those teleportation woozy ones.
Oh, he's gonna explode. So this is the one that you were trying to show me last time. When he explodes, he just randomly teleports you someplace?
Yep, he randomly teleports you and disorients you, which on its own doesn't really hurt, but it can toss you into lava, it can toss you into other mobs, just all kinds of badness. But you'll notice in my hand here, from our little excursion, I have a little piece of uncommon treasure. So I'll toss this over to you. And if you stick that in your hand and right-click it, it'll actually give you a whole bunch of little goodies there. So you'll have some potions, you may even have some gold coins, all kinds of little bits and bobs.
Ooh, I got a diamond out of that.
Oh, hey, bonus.
Ender pearl, emeralds. What else we got? Splash potion of invisibility, and we got a potion of water breathing.
Oh, excellent. So, obviously, a splash potion does exactly what it sounds like. If you were to toss it, don't actually do it.
No, I was going to give it to you.
Yeah. If I were to right-click holding this thing, anybody that's within the immediate area would then get affected by its particular buff. So if you're standing right there, and I go and do this over here, okay, probably can't see me anymore, right?
Oh, that is cool. I can see your armor, but I can't see you.
Oh, and we have company, so I'm actually going to grab my sword once I find what I did with it.
I got a pickaxe. I can kill him. Ooh, angry zombie. Oh no, I lost my pickaxe.
There we go.
So can he not see you at all, even though that you have armor on?
I don't believe so, no.
That's cool.
And the other splash potion, which is potion of water breathing, if I were to drop this, and you'll see the effect on the ground. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong button. Oh, this is just a regular potion. Okay, so here, drink that. Just stick it in your hand and drink up. I'm surprised you actually trust me for drinking it. You'll notice that now if you open your inventory, just by pushing E, you have a little buff, and it'll tell you that you have water breathing for however long, probably about 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, 2 minutes, 48 seconds left.
Yeah, so what water breathing does, if we run over to water, is quite literally what it sounds like. It allows you to breathe underwater.
Now, these potions that you get off of these enemies, you can make them yourself, too, later down the road, right?
Yes. So you'll get a cauldron, you'll get a brewing station, there'll be various ingredients throughout the world, one of which happens to be spider eye from the spiders we were killing,
Right.
And various bits and pieces from the world in different combinations will make different types of potions. So if I were to jump in this water and go down into it, I would start getting breath bubbles, and they would start ticking down slowly one at a time. In your case, because you have the water breathing potion, you can actually just run around until your water breathing runs out.
Nice. I like that. So I know in this game, when you want to find a recipe, you can just click that little enter button, go in there and see, and actually type in what you're looking for. But is there any way to take these potions apart and like study them and find out what they're made out of to learn the recipe, or there's nothing like that?
It's a good question. Not that I know of. I know that, actually, maybe if you type in potion in any eye and you just click it, it should tell you Yeah, if you just click each of the various potions, it tells you what makes your end result.
Well, no, I know it does that, but what I'm saying is, like, if you didn't want to kind of get that extra little advantage that way, is there like a natural way you could kind of learn what the recipes are? Like, if you're trying to do like a role-playing aspect to the game and try to, play the game like you're actually sucked into it or something like that.
Not quite. There is something in Thaumcraft, and this ties into the node we were staring at. We're just going to head back home here. But that particular node will have various bits and pieces. There'll be aspects, and you can learn, I believe there's either 30 or 50 aspects. I can't remember the exact number. There's quite a few of them. So the grass will be an aspect. The dirt will be one. These various flowers will be one. Torches will be another aspect. Trees will be another one. There's all kinds of these aspects. And what will start to happen is you'll have a little inventory, a little book called a Thaumonomicon. And it'll do pretty much what you're talking about, is learning what is around you in the world and what aspects make up those particular items. And you can start to learn how to build other things that you currently just can't tell right now. But I don't have any of the Thaumcraft tools immediately available to show you, so we'll have to cover that some other time.
That's cool, though, that you can actually do that, though, because I know a lot of people, they try to get into that role-playing aspect of the video games that they play, and this is definitely one of those games where you could really get pulled into the universe, because, again, you get to eat, you get to sleep, you get to mine, you can create towns. There's actually, like you showed me over there behind our house, little NPCs that you can trade with, and they go out and create towns themselves. And so, yeah, there's just so much to this game that will allow you to kind of get sucked into it, that I'm kind of glad that they allow you to, experiment and learn from the environment rather than just kind of be told what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So really, Minecraft, as is vanilla, really the limit is your imagination. And when you start getting into modded Minecraft, which is what we're doing, it gets all kind of crazy, because I could have built this place completely differently with Luminary. We could have gone maybe like a pyramid if we wanted to. We could have maybe built a dome. We could have built just a regular little dirt box that people are familiar with as their first little hidey hole when they're first starting out. I could have put this shelf somewhere else. I could have put it in the corner. I could put these chests differently. Like, I can do anything I want, really.
And instead, you guys went with Willy Wonka's shack right here. And don't ask what's in the basement, guys. You do not want to see the Oompa Loompas.
It loads the blocks or it gets the hose again.
In fact, if you guys really want to see the Oompa Loompas, there's actually a few little creatures over here that kind of look like them. It's funny.
Actually, yeah, our little peck foragers there.
There we go. Those guys are kind of creepy looking. I mean, you look at their faces, they look like a cross between like a munchkin and a gremlin or something.
I've never actually looked at their faces before. That is quite creepy.
Yeah. And they have this huge crate on the back of them. I just kind of keep thinking every time I see that. One of them looks like they're wearing like an eye patch. Like,
Yar.
yeah, right. They went all out with the design of that one. And that was all these mods, like you were telling me in between videos. Somebody took the time to create it. Like, this wasn't made by Mojang. This was somebody's love and care that they went into it, and they wanted to see it, so they put this into the game. And, people can download it and play it because there's a fan out there who, has taken the effort to do that for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you say some of these will allow you to donate to them so that they can keep doing more updates as time goes on. So if you find a mod that you actually like, it's in your best interest to kind of donate a little bit every once in a while to help them, grow and keep coming out with new updates as the game comes out. Because if you want to use that mod, it has to be the same update as the game itself, right?
Not always. If Mojang decides to release a major version of Minecraft, they will usually start to release information about what their changes are a little bit ahead of time. They know that the modded community is very, very large. And what will happen is the developers will then have to usually rewrite code. They'll have to update code. It'll have to pass compatibility testing, bug hunting, all that jazz. So, people can donate their time with bug hunting. They can donate their time with promoting somebody's mod, working on things like deployments and testing things out. They can work on things like, hey, this doesn't work with that particular mod. Buildcraft is doing this to Railcraft. Why is this happening? And coordinating between people, all kinds of things. So really, it's just a matter of if you really like what you see, get involved, start asking questions, throw a little bit of coin, a little bit of love in various directions. It's kind of like, when people have YouTube channels, you like, you subscribe, you kind of keep in touch, and you support them any way you can.
Right, but I greatly like the fact that Mojang as a company has embraced this, because so many games nowadays you'll see that you kind of play it for a little while, or you may play it for a very long time, but eventually you get to the in-game content and it kind of gets stale a little bit. On this game, because there's so many people coming out with so many different mods, that you really never get to that point. You can just keep playing this game and trying out new mods constantly. So I think it's in their best interest to allow that to happen. But so many companies, they don't have that big picture. They look at where's the money that I can make right now, and they kind of limit it that way. But I'm greatly enjoying the fact that you can do mods all over the place, and there's just so many cool ones out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other fun part with the modded community is that if you do see something that you want to play with, but maybe not something else that's included, so we're on this FTP Infinity pack right now, 1.6.1, there's a whole ton of mods that's part of that. Maybe I don't want this magic stuff. Maybe I don't want the tech stuff. Well, I can go ahead and create my own little mod pack and say, I only want, these 5 things, and that's totally okay for me. And you decided to jump right into the lava, didn't you?
By mistake. No, I died. Oh, man. I just
Well
wanted
then.
to show off our new little barbecue pit over here on the side. And now I got a nice little corpse to go right in front of it. In fact, I think I leave that there because I think it looks kind of cool.
Oh my lord.
I gotta have a little tombstone on every single map that we play, because I die so much in this game, it's not even funny.
I thought the idea was we were going to put in a spit and put an animal on it so we could roast it over the barbecue, but apparently we're roasting you for dinner.
That was the idea. I think that would look really cool, though, to have the little pig or something right over it and see it kind of spinning around. And you were letting me know that is sort of a possibility. You said that you can put the little bars up, but you don't know about the pig for sure.
Yeah, so kind of what I was thinking is later on, maybe as we get some zombie heads or something, maybe put up a couple wooden posts and maybe have something coming across the top here with a little zombie head in the middle, and I don't know. We'll figure something out, I'm sure.
That would be perfect. That would be like the evil man cave kind of thing you have out here in your backyard. I don't know how much Luminary will like that when she shows up, because she created this little shack with flowers all over it, made it real pretty, and then the guys show up and kind of create this nice little medieval torture chamber over here with a little cemetery and dead little orc heads and stuff. But yeah, it's totally cool that you can create like your own little world over here.
Absolutely.
Many different flavors, and I like the fact that when you have a server, so many people can join you, and everybody's adding a little different something to the server that before long it takes on a life of its own and feels completely different from one area to the next area.
Mm-hmm.
Have you played a lot of online servers, or do you kind of just make your own for the most part?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I started with Minecraft. I started very briefly, and I mean very briefly, maybe a day or two, with single player, and I immediately fell in love with it. I've always been a big fan of Lego, and to me, this is Lego digitized. So that's quite awesome for me. I'm part of a group known as the Older Gamers. That's www.theoldergamers.com, and they are people who are 25 or older who love gaming. They play all kinds of games, and they have a Minecraft division. So I started playing with them, hanging out. We join the server together. We start running off in our own different directions, and we do some crazy building. We started with vanilla, then we went with some modded Minecraft. We played some Direwolf 20. We played some Ultimate. We played some Infinity, for that matter. And yeah, the community aspect of it really starts to totally change what the game was originally designed for, and just takes on a whole life on its own. And Mojang's been really cool about that, because they just kind of allow it to take on its momentum, and just they roll with it.
Yeah, because if you think about it, there's only so many man hours and so much money that a company can put into creating new content for a game, and yet if you just allow yourself to tap the resources of all the people who are playing, oh my god, you get so many more man hours, and eventually somebody out there is going to create something that the publishers themselves like. And from what you were telling me, they actually occasionally acquire some of the mod packs that people use, right? And they integrate them into the game.
I'm not sure about that part. I'm sure that there's certainly ideas that they incorporate and whatnot. I haven't followed that too much myself.
Oh, I thought you were telling me about that whole like digger situation thing.
Oh, you're talking about Bucket and Craft Bucket and the whole legal snafu and all that jazz.
But I mean, the fact that they liked it so much is what they were trying to do. Basically, is acquire it. Some people may not have agreed with how they went about it, but the fact that a fan could influence the game and actually change the direction they're going in, I think is a pretty cool idea, even if it wasn't exactly ideal in the way they went about it.
That's correct, yeah. So you would take I don't know, Electronic Arts, for example, or BioWare, or any of the big game companies that are out there. You'll get, Minecraft 1.0, and okay, here's your first 10 levels. By the way, you want the next 40 levels? Well, that's going to be digital downloaded content. That'll be $12.99 on top of that. Mojang doesn't do that, which is nice. They just simply say, hey, listen, this is our server. This is our intellectual property, the Minecraft server itself. And by the way, here's the API that we use for programming stuff. So if you want to hook into it, go crazy. Just don't try and steal from us or try and reverse engineer it or all that jazz. It gets sticky with the legalities and the licensing and all that, but really the end goal is you like our product, we like our product, we want you to have fun. You develop something cool for our product, that's really cool, have fun with it, and just run with it. Just don't, basically it's like what Will Wheaton says one day, he says, don't be a dick.
Right. Have you watched his tabletop?
I have not. I didn't know that was a thing. I might have to go check out some YouTube videos now.
Oh yeah, I've been watching his stuff lately. If you guys have not seen that, he does an entire thing where he brings on his friends, and most of them for the most part are pretty famous people. Felicia Day, I really like. She's pretty funny on there, but they sit around and they play a old board game kind of thing, and so it's hilarious, man. I love watching that stuff, and it's just one of the greatest things to sit there and just. Because a lot of these games, with video games in general, unfortunately, a lot of them are single player, and they kind of pull you away from the aspect of just hanging out with your friends, like, in person. And, I greatly enjoy the fact that I can be in a different country or in a different state and hang out with a friend who may have moved to another one or meet another friend, like I've met Dewey, and actually be able to hang out with him. But hanging out with somebody in person is also greatly enjoyable, and he's trying to bring that back a little bit, let people relive those days and see that, even with all this new technology, you can still have a great time just sitting around an old-fashioned table with some, cards and a board and just, going to town on it and just using your imagination. You don't always have to have, like, the greatest graphics in the world. And I think this game kind of personifies that because, nobody, I don't think, would say that this game has, fantastic graphics. I think it has great graphics, to be honest. I think it looks beautiful the way it is, but compared to the games out there now, nobody's going to be like, wow, blown away by this. And yet it's still highly enjoyable in its own right. And I think that's kind of what he tries to get across, is that if you use your imagination and you're allowed to kind of go off in your own direction and just experience the game in your own right, you're still going to have a great time with it. It doesn't have to be one of those huge blockbusters with just fantastic graphics that make you feel like you're in a movie or something. Holy crap, there's a wizard over here.
Oh. You happen to...
I don't have any weapons. I don't have anything, actually. Nice, my savior. So again, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. Dude, do you want to say anything?
Not for this one. Just like, link, and subscribe.
Don't forget, guys, if you want to leave any comments down below, you have any tips or tricks or suggestions on how we should go about improving our house, or if you want to see something kind of cool like Statue of Liberty or the Eiffel Tower or something like that, we'd be more than happy to try tackling it. I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there who've already done pretty much anything anybody's ever thought of, but if you want to see us and our ideas on the take of what you're asking for, leave that down in the comments and we'll get to it as soon as possible. Again, guys, thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.
Later.